Looks like they're taking up the Diamond Spur over there. It used to be where they parked the engines, but the Abbeville switcher now runs out of Greenwood, so they don't park over here anymore. He used to keep a line of cars down that way, but he doesn't have any down there. But they still park cars on down there in the yard. Alright, bye. Alright, this is Brook Street. It used to come up there from the top of the hill, one of the roads from Abbeville. And then you come down here and you would head down this way. It used to go through there and across the railroad tracks and went on down to Abbeville Mills. You probably see me standing on the other side of this track looking for the trains, filming them. But you haven't seen this side of the track. And of course there's no trains coming right now, so I'm just doing talking and taking pictures and showing you what's up. There's the track. There's Brook Street. You can't see the mill, but it's straight down there. You might be able to see the parking down there at the bottom of the hill. Still got red on the southbound north end of Abbeville signal. That way is Atlanta. That way is Hamlet, North Carolina. You used to take the train to go to New Orleans that way, and you go to New York that way, and you could even catch a car or two to go to Boston. They would break the train up and another railroad would take it over. So this used to be a railroad crossing back before I was born, so that's 60-something years ago. And y'all seen it from this side. I filmed a couple of trains here already. Alright, bye-bye. North end of Abbeville, southbound, clear signal. Something be coming out of Greenwood here shortly. That's Greenwood direction. That's Highway 72 bridge. Thank you. Hey, I'm back at the old depot. It looked like somebody done cleared this part off, but this would have been the baggage room here, and there was a door for it. There's a brick building, had a wooden interior, and I guess stucco. Right along here would have been the steps for the colored waiting room. And then right here, right over there was the foundation for the operator's office. And then back behind it would have been operating room for the people that run the depot. And sold tickets. They would have window there for the colored section. They would have had a window over there for the white people. There would have been bathrooms over there in between. White people's on the left, colored people on the right. Right here would have been the door for the waiting room. Later on this section of the building where the waiting room was back there and the entry here, they had a wall there and they had what they call a pegboard, a bunch of blocks of wood with the crew member's name on it. And you'd pull it off, you know, whatever list they were on and put them on the train. And then as the train got to Atlanta, they pulled the name off the bottom so the blocks of wood would just keep coming straight down. They were like put inside windows and stuff. So I'll try to talk about that more. I even got 2 or 3, but I don't have it. Let me tell you something else about over there. See how the tires are pulled out of the ground? They didn't do that getting the rail up. but there was fabric on all those tires to soak up oil because they parked the diesel engines over there and did fueling, and it was to keep the oil and the gas from getting in the ground. I imagine that's why everything got taken up, because they had to get that carpet, whatever you call it, out of there. But the diamond spur is gone. No more parking locomotives in Abbeville. There's a switch for it. Right over there's the derail. Alright. And while we're looking up towards the yard, you see some cars sitting up there. Those will be for the Abbeville switcher. They'll probably take them to Greenwood. They got a grain mill on the south end of Elberton. Well, it's probably about 10 miles past Elberton, 5 or 10. And they picking up the grain cars, I guess bad order ones, the ones that need cleaned out, and they got a place in Elberton. They deliver them to cleans them out. And I guess fixes them up and stuff like that. They may be headed to Greenwood. I don't think Abbeville Switcher delivers to the plant, but I think they'll pick up cars from there that are going to separate destinations. Alright, bye-bye. I'm looking over there at the diamond spur, and you can see some of that tarp material still laid out on the track. Only looks like half the track is gone till about there, or maybe about 2/3 of it. See if I can get that sun out of the way. And you see where they're missing down there, and then they start back there. They haven't got all of it up. I don't know why they call it a diamond spur. I think one of the tracks went down to a shed down there. Or it's only one track, but it also has a cement mill that used to be right here, a cement plant, concrete plant, and they could have supplied there by rail. I've never seen any unloading equipment over here in my youth when I used to come up here. Well, I figure could have been a track came off of it and crossed over and went down that way, heading towards Abbeville Mills to bring building materials in when they built that in the early 1900s. I checked the north end. It's a red signal. We got red signals on the south end, northbound, north end signal, main line, and side. I was here the other day, I showed a green signal, but I missed that train. My phone was messing up. Alright, thank you. More old Abbeville history. These lines of telephone poles, including that one, used to have hopper pits out here. They could back open top hoppers over them and dump out coal and fertilizer or limestone or something. You know, they had two of them here. One was at the last pole and one was at this pole here. And that's where they got the electricity from and the light to work with. And I also seen them park boxcar down there, and I've helped unload that. That was one of my jobs as a kid, helping Ferguson, see if I remember the name right. There's a feed store down at the bottom of the hill in the old Southern Railroad Depot. I'll get pictures of it sometime. I was working for him and unloading the boxcar. Half of it was for here and the other half went to Greenwood. When we emptied out our half, they would send the car to Greenwood. Alright. And that building was just had picnic tables and stuff. That's for recreation. If they had a family day out here, whatever, they would meet under there and cook barbecue and stuff. And that's conductor's shack. Non-official railroad properties are for the union, but they do have computers in there. And they got education building over there with computers, I think. You know, and so you don't have to go all the way to Greenwood. A lot of people live in Abbeville. They just changed the crew change point from Abbeville to Greenwood. All right, bye. Hey, when I used to come down here as a kid, there's concrete underneath this asphalt. They poured asphalt. There'd be a yellow stripe out here telling you to stay that far back so you didn't get hit by a train. And I don't know if you can tell it. But anyway, that track used to be down at my feet, and now it's up about 3 foot high. They even got ballast on the end of the street bridge. That used to be an open deck bridge. You could see through it. They had walkways on it because you had a lot of passengers had to unload from the train and stuff. All right. We're at the 440 mile marker, Abbeville, South Carolina, Monroe South. All right, got a stop signal on the main and one on the side. And we got auto racks sitting here. We'll walk down beside it real close. That's the toilet water drain. There's the big cables right there to feed the traction motor. You got set there and you got set down here. You got two sets down here because you got two traction motors. You got one over there and you got one over here. And that's it. See the big duct carrying the air down to the traction motor? Big pipe up there, that's your sand line going to your truck. I guess that's some sort of ventilation hose. I don't know where it comes from. Maybe it comes out the bathroom. Let me see. Coming out of your blower right there. There's the cables going to the front traction motor down there. This thing right here puts grease on your flange, lubricate your flange for the locomotive. It loads up in there, it's under spring pressure. There's your bell. Fuel monitor, fuel fill, spare place, there's the fuel gauge. I can't tell where the fuel is on. It looks like the fuel's down to there. So when they get to Hamlet, they're probably gonna fill it up. I guess that's what blows the water out for the brake system, gets the water moisture out, all that piping. Traction motor wires, traction motor wires. Air, ventilation for your traction motor. I guess that's the gearbox over on that side. You see the wheel just sticking out above it. Handbrakes are on, chain's tight. There's the wheel up there. That's your MU hoses, and then you got the airline over there, then you got the MC cable, or the MU cable. You got two pairs up there, you only use the one. Plugged in over there and plugged in over here, and then you got a spare one in the middle. Well, the middle one there is the one that's hooked up. This is the spare over here. You got your cut levers right there. Pull the pin on couples of Locomotive. Those are called bottom shelf couplers. Same thing over here. You got big shock absorber up here, and that helps cut down on the swiveling of the truck. It used to be in the old days, you had a regular set of trucks, they bang from rail to rail, like bah, 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 bah. Just nail you. Got another lubricator over there. This dries the air out before it puts it in the tank. That's your tanks. Moisture ejectors and stuff. Front part of the locomotive out there is electrical, and then you have your engine runs back to here, and then from there on back you got where your radiator, your air compressor systems are set up back there, fuel pump and everything. Generators up on this end. Got an alarm ring that's either fixing to start up or something. 2,720 gallons of gas. I guess it's down to there on that one because that's about 4,000 gallon tank. Now you can see the flange lubricated. You see how it rubs it right on where the flange is? And you can see the back side of the motor there. Oak got for the air to come in and give it, or to blow out. It's being blown down in there. That right there is where the air's being sucked into the body, and it pressurizes the engine room, and it has ductwork to blow clean air down here to the traction motors. There's one of your brake shoes down there. Got another one here, and you got another one there. That's your air piston. Maybe you can read that. Remote monitoring and diagnostic services. That's cool. DP means this is set up a distributed power, I believe. And you have auto racks. Now you see a normal E-type coupler. Let me straighten this up. I'm not getting a good picture. You got E-type coupler on the car and the F-type bottom shelf on the locomotive. This is Burlington Norman Santa Fe one. It's run by the Trailer Train Express. These cars will be just used anywhere. Loaded up with automobiles, and any railroad will get them. I was coming up to Vienna Street Bridge, and this bridge used to be an open deck bridge. In other words, it had a wooden deck and you could see down between it, but they since got it where they can ballast it now. And I think this was set up where they could run 3 tracks across here at one time when they built it originally. Now, I told you that Vienna Street went down to Vienna, South Carolina, which kind of went out of business in the 1800s. It was a tobacco town. You're going to ship your tobacco down to Augusta or Savannah, and you put it on the boats here, and this is where they would tax it at. But when they got rid of it, started doing cotton, they kind of got rid of that there's a need for that facility. Alright, I'm gonna wait, maybe I get it moving after a while. There's no crew there. Alright, down below the lights, that's your sand filler. That's what comes out those hoses there, and they use it to increase traction when you got slippery track like there's leaves on it, ice or snow or water. Alright, I'm gone. Those are your dynamic brake bands and stuff. They got grills up there, and when these locomotives get going downhill, they'll take the diesel, the traction motors, and turn them into generators, so that slows the train down, generates electricity. And they put it up there on toaster grills, and they cook it off, and they got a big fan up there to keep everything cool. There's the exhaust tank, and back there's the radiator. I'm looking at the diamond spur over there. I talked about it earlier in this video. It was taken yesterday. And it looks like they're taking up more track since yesterday. It's all torn up. They're getting that cloth out or whatever. The oil retarder keeps the oil and the diesel fuel from going into the ground. And it gets spilled out here. And like I said, they park a lot of locomotives there, and they would fuel them up over there, so any spills would be caught. Alright, this is the end of the track. This is the end of the diamond spur. And you see the metal, and they had some cloth that was down in there too, like a wool or something. It's designed to soak up the oil that was in this dropped by any locomotives or whatever. So this has been, they took up some since yesterday and today. I didn't see anybody down here. They took up about a third of this. Probably down there end of the metal to here. There's a car just came by. So I assume that might be just dropping the crew off of that locomotive. I don't know. I need to go check on that. But you're looking southbound. The train is on the main line. You got the siding, and then you got a yard track to the left from the old Abbeville yard. Thank y'all. Bye-bye. Alright, looks like we got a medium clear signal northbound on the north end of Abbeville. The main line's still red, and we still got that auto rack train parked up there. Alright, thank you. Alright, this is ES44AH, and it has what they call radial trucks. If you ever see those two arms connected together, those are radial trucks. And you notice they're connected up to this piece up here, and that's attached to the body and swivels in the truck. So when that truck is pushed to the left going into the curve, this one will bend that one to cause the right side to fall back, and it increases turns the truck wheels so they are following the curve around. So that's what all that linkage is for. That turns the back truck, the back set axle, and this turns the front axle. And they're tied in that metal piece sticking up on top of that big square looking block of steel there. And like I said, that's attached to the body. So when the truck is swiveled, it causes a turn because it's going into a turn. That will apply tension to these and cause the wheels to rotate or to switch into position to make the curve. Of course, if you go the other way, it sucks it in. This connecting bar will suck in that truck, and that's connected to the back truck, so it'll suck it in too. These are radial trucks. They're self-steering is what they are. Alright, thank you. Alright, 87 to 16. That means the axle has 16 teeth to the 87 on the big gear. They might have more teeth, but that's the ratio. And like I said, this is a self-steering truck. So you don't have that big bar connecting mechanism on this side coming off these levers here. It'll be on the other side. Obviously still making noise. Sound like the blower's still going up there, but it shut down. It's one of the fuel saving things about this one. So I got two engines sitting here stuck. They shut down, no crew on them. I got green signal down there on the side, medium clear. So that means you can't go full speed through that switch and stuff till the last of the car goes to it, and then you go up to track speed, which is around 40. All right, I'm out of here. Bye-bye. I'm still waiting though. This land, up until a few years ago, had a concrete tower on it. You load concrete trucks up. It used to sit right over there. And there was a big tall structure, painted yellow. But it's gone now. Now I assume the Diamond Spur at one time would have come down here and fed this track. And this track would have come along through here. And there's a building over there that would have fed. And maybe the Diamond Spur would have come down through here and then crossed over this track, causing a diamond to go down that hill to carry supplies to the big mill down there, Abbeville Mills. All right, thank you. If you look at that signal head, it's got green on top, it'd be a yellow in the middle and a red in the third position down, and the fourth position will be a lunar light, which is a white light with a little blue to it, and with a red over that would be a restricted signal. That's a new feature they did them. That one over there has the lunar signal in the bottom, so you have a red and a white on that one, just like you would this one. And that's so that if they don't have signal problems, they could send a train out on that, and it can't go over 10 miles an hour till it gets another good signal, which there's a couple of them between here and Greenwood. But he has to watch out for trains, broken rail, anything. And he can't derail. He's got to go so slow he can stop the train as soon as he sees something wrong. All right, bye-bye. All right, I'm standing on rocks. There used to be a big sand pile here, and I could climb up on top of that hill, and I would be at engineer level when I was taking my photographs back in the good old days. All right, love y'all, bye. All right, I'm walking down the Diamond Spur. I'm looking for date spikes. I haven't seen any. And the locomotive just started back up. All right. Somebody left the sanders on here for a while. You can see that up there too. That part to have a switcher here and leave the sander, bump it with his knee or something, and it runs all night long till it either runs out or they cut it off the next day. All right, bye-bye. All right, this is a derail. Anything that would have been on this track, they would have caught it before it rolled out onto the main line. They would have hit right there. If it didn't stop it, they would jump up on it and it would be pushed off to the left away from the main line. Over there you got insulated tie joints, so anything sitting here doesn't mess with the signals on that. Once you roll out on that section out there, it would let the people, you wouldn't get a clear signal coming into the yard track or on the side because you would be occupying it. So you got 2 insulated rail joints. Once the locomotive or a car got past it, it would mess with the signals, showing an occupancy on the side, which is that track there. All right, I see headlights, so we got the next train coming. This is a northbounder heading to Greenwood. It'll be doing a crew change there and then probably going to Hamlet. I don't know what type of train it is. I haven't seen it that good. But I'll be on the engineer side and everything. So I'll get noisy here because we got 2 locomotives here already making noise, and then we'll get some more. And he's probably in dynamic brakes because he's been going downhill since the top. Since about 2 miles back down the track, he's on top of the hill. He'll be going all the way down till he gets down to the creek, and then he'll start back up, and then start down again, go down the Long King River. I don't know what he is. Five-pound coal train. It's dynamic. Blowing the horn at the church. There's usually kids down there next to the track. Oh, I didn't film him taking the signal down, but he did. These are SCWX cars, so I assume they're going to the South Carolina power plant on down below Columbia. So no, before you get to Columbia. Lake Murray or Multi or some one of them lakes down there. Got a power plant down there at the dam. Distributed power unit here. Here I'm in dynamic brakes. Yeah, yeah, the wheels making a bunch of noise. I'm assuming this is loaded. The springs look like they're being compressed, so these are loaded cars, and they head down towards Columbia. That's Lake Murray. Bottom end comes up, you can see daylight down there behind it on the auto rack. He's going. He's down at the next crossing. I've settled down on the fire hose. On the water hose. Help stabilize my picture a little bit. He's going across Highway 72 bridge right now. Northbound, going to do a crew change and then head on up to Hammond with that train. All right, I'll see y'all. Bye.